On the news, President Tinubu swears in Kekere Ekun as acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. Supreme Court passes judgment in Bayelsa, Kogi and Imo State off-cycle elections. And Minister of State for Defense directs military to go after killers of district head of Sokoto. Hello and welcome to the news on TV 360 Nigeria. I'm Tamilore Akinkwolye. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun as the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria pending the approval of the country's Senate. The swearing-in ceremony took place at the Council Chambers of the State House in Abuja. Justice Kekere-Ekun's appointment follows the retirement of Justice Olukayode Ariwola, who stepped down on Thursday upon reaching the mandatory retirement age of 70. She becomes the second female justice in Nigeria's history to hold the position, following in the footsteps of Justice Aloma Mariam Mukhtar, who served as Chief Justice from July 2012 to November 2014.
Nigeria's acting Chief Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun come to this position with an admirable family and professional pedigree. Over the years, she established a respectable and incorruptible reputation within the bar and the bench, which has served the cause of justice. Her meritorious rise from magistrate to justice of the Supreme Court is a testament to her exceptional talent, hard work, unblemished record, strong work ethics, and dedication to her calling as a priest in the temple of justice. Her sterling contribution to the growth of Nigeria and Nigerian judiciary, our legal system, has been remarkable. We are inspired by our unwavering commitment to a higher ideal of upholding principles and fairness, a strong commitment to humanity. Justice Kekere is a brilliant lawyer who was called to the bar in 1981. She's now a trailblazer, becoming second woman to hold this esteemed position after Honorable Justice Aloma Mariam Mukhtar, GCON, who served as the CJN from 16th July 2012 to 20th November 2014. Justice Kekere-Ekun's ascension to this position is a beacon of hope for young women who aspire to break the glass ceiling and make a meaningful impact on our society.
On her part, the new acting Chief Justice of Nigeria has pledged to uphold the nation's judicial system's esteemed reputation. She says the judiciary will continue to deliver fair and just verdicts on cases presented by citizens.
My expectation is that we will take the judiciary to higher heights. The reputation that it has, we will improve it. We'll make sure that people have more confidence in the judiciary. And I believe that it's not a one-man job. We all have to be on board. And because we all see where the areas are that need improvement, I believe that there will be cooperation, because we all want to see a better judiciary. A better judiciary is for the benefit of the entire nation. Whatever the shortcomings that we see today, we're all members of the society. So if we want to see improvement, let the improvement start with each and every one of us and our approach to justice. Let us all also have faith in the system, and then we'll also be more particular about the process of appointment. I know it gives a lot of concern, discipline on the bench, at the bar as well. All these things are aspects that we will look into. And I believe that by the grace of God, at the end of my tenure, we will have a judiciary we can all be proud of.
Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has announced that the federal government plans to relaunch the suspended school feeding program as part of its broader effort to support and sustain educational initiatives across Nigeria. Edun made this on Thursday during a meeting with the House of Representatives Committee on Alternate Education. The meeting provided a platform for the minister to outline the government's financial strategies and programs aimed at tackling the challenge. Among the initiative is the relaunch of the homegrown school feeding program designed to increase school attendance by providing meals to school pupils. Edun highlighted that feeding children at school would not only enhance their health and well-being, but also incentivize them to stay in school, thereby reducing the number of out-of-school children. Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawali, has directed the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, to launch an immediate investigation to identify and apprehend the killer of Alhaji Isa Bawa, the district head of Gatawa in Sokoto State. In a statement issued on Friday by Ensho Ogbubike, Director of Information and Public Relations at the Ministry of Defense, Matawali condemned the brutal killing of the traditional ruler, labeling it as heinous and unacceptable. Matawale said security remains a top priority of President Bola Tinubu's administration, with the president providing full support to the military in safeguarding the nation. He reassured the public that the armed forces of Nigeria will leave no stone unturned in their efforts to find and prosecute those responsible for the crime. The minister also extended his deepest condolence to the family of the late district head, the people of Gatawa, and the entire Sokoto state government, expressing solidarity during this difficult time. The Nigerian Navy has announced notable achievements in its ongoing Operation Delta Sanity, aimed at combating crude oil theft and boosting oil production. Launched in January 2024 by the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, the operation utilizes enhanced surveillance with personnel, helicopters, and UVS across the Niger Delta. In August 2024, the Navy reported 8 significant accomplishments, which includes the elimination of 3 illegal refinery sites, 5 refinery ovens, and 3 wooden boats, and recovery of large quantities of illegal refined automotive gas oil base in Bayelsa State. On August 19th, the Navy said it destroyed an illegal refinery site, including storage tanks, a pumping machine, and wooden boats laden with stolen crude oil in Awoye Riverine Community, Ilaje local government area, Ondo State. And to political party matters now, the Supreme Court has upheld the re-election of Senator Doye Diri as governor of Bayelsa State, dismissing the appeal filed by Timipre Silva, the APC candidate in November 11, 2023 off-cycle election. Led by Justice Lawal Gabar, the 5-member panel affirmed the Court of Appeal's earlier decision that Silva's appeal constituted an abuse of process due to its submission of 2 separate appeals. The Supreme Court emphasized that under the 1999 Constitution, only one appeal is permitted. In another ruling, the Supreme Court affirmed Usman Ododo of the APC as the winner of the Kogi State governorship election held on November 11, 2023. The court dismissed the appeal of Murtala Ajaka of the SDP, who contested the election outcome, and upheld the Court of Appeal's decision, finding no proof of substantial and non-compliance with the Electoral Act by Ajaka. Additionally, the Supreme Court also confirmed Senator Hope Uzodinma of the APC as the winner of the Imo State governorship election of November 11, 2023.
Not just about our victory, but about how the judiciary head onto the point of law and ensure justice in this matter. You see, judiciary remains the last hope of a common man like myself. They were threatened, they were called names, all sorts of things, they were intimidated, but they have head onto the point of law by not allowing that to make them call what is black white and vice versa. I thank God. This victory is not all about me, myself. It is about the people that troop out on November 11. We have always extended the olive branch to them to come and join me to move Kogi State forward. Kogi State remains our state, and we want to come together on round table to discuss the affair of our dear state. You see, it is not a personal war. It is not a personal fight. It is a contestation to hold power on behalf of the people, to serve them. And that is just it.
In a move to enhance educational infrastructure and strengthen bilateral ties, the Consulate General of the People's Republic of China in Lagos, in collaboration with the Lekki Free Zone Development Company, has commenced construction of China-Nigeria Friendship School ICT Center at Akodo Secondary School, Lekki. The China-Nigeria Friendship School ICT Center is set to offer cutting-edge facilities and resources aimed at enriching educational opportunities for students and teachers in the community, preparing them for the digital era. The Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Lagos, Yan Yunchin, highlighted the project as a demonstration of the Chinese government's social responsibility and its commitment to fostering cooperation with Nigeria.
We want to, together with you to improve your livelihood and make a big achievement in trade, education, social development, and so on. Also, I can trust that in 2 months. So here we can see the new building ICT center. So I believe that all these children are very happy because they can use 25 computers and to learn and to know more about Chinese history, Chinese culture, especially friendship of our two nations.
Apart from creating job opportunities and technology and the industry transfer, we are also looking forward for the future of our neighbor communities. Apart from developing our own business, we are trying our best to developing with the community together. This is the beginning, and I promise that we will going to complete this ICT center on time with high quality. And this is just a beginning. We promise to do more.
Well, it's about a collaborative front and partnership for a better tomorrow for our children. And like I always say, the future is ICT. We are in a digital world whereby everything that we do depends on ICT. And this will give our children the exposure, the necessary leverage to compete with others in the global space. And it is also about providing the other facilities that the teacher can also tap into and be able to perform very well in the teaching learning outcomes.
To address the vital role of youth in promoting unity, inclusivity, and tolerance, particularly in the wake of emotionally charged 2023 election in Lagos State, the Coca Center, in partnership with the Mark Otto Foundation, has launched a project in Lagos focused on strengthening social cohesion. The event, themed Embracing Diversity, Youth as Catalyst for Strengthening Social Cohesion, engaged multiple stakeholders to strengthen the relationship between communities and the government. Now, TV360's Okpayemi Owosheni, who was at the event, picks up in this next report.
In response to growing divisions between indigenous Lagosians and settlers following the contentious 2023 general elections, this event was organized to promote social cohesion in Lagos. The gathering brought together youth to emphasize their crucial role in fostering unity, inclusivity, and tolerance within the community. Organizers of the event say it is important to have conversation about social cohesion as it aids the development of the country.
After the 2023 general elections and the things that we have witnessed, particularly in Lagos, we got support from the MacArthur Foundation to come to Lagos and engage critical stakeholders and begin to sit down and have these difficult conversations about identity, about politics, about social cohesion, about common citizenship. And our intention is that the lessons we learn of what happened in Lagos, we can put and collate these lessons together to use it for proper intervention, not just in Lagos, but across different states in Nigeria. As we say, Lagos is a small Nigeria. And if things go really bad in Lagos, it will impact hugely on the rest of Nigeria.
Lagos is a microcosm of Nigeria. Lagos is very important economically and otherwise, and politically and in all respects. And so we chose Lagos because if we can begin to strengthen social cohesion in Lagos, then there's hope for the rest of Nigeria, because you find almost every other tribe in Nigeria residing in Lagos. And so we must learn to live together, work together. We must have mutual respect for each other, tolerate each other, and try to make Nigeria move forward.
Speakers lauded the Kuka Center's initiative and called for proactive measures to combat societal marginalization.
Very important to, be involved in this sort of forums because what it does is it gives us the ability and the opportunity to be able to engage. It gives us the ability and opportunity to be able to share different ideas and ideologies and conversations that should eventually lead to a peaceful social cohesion, which is why we're here.
In trying to marginalize any people, any group of people in Nigeria, we're actually doing ourselves harm. You're doing yourself a lot of harm. But can you imagine the amount of people that we have lost to other nations? Can you imagine Nigerians who have left this country, the manpower we have lost simply because of things like this? And if we're not careful, we're going to lose more if we don't do something about it.
Youth at the event were also encouraged to take an active role in creating a more harmonious society in Nigeria.
A lot of young people are thinking, do I stay or do I go? So having this conversation at this time is just perfect. And I think it goes to show that there is a lot of good in Nigeria. There are lots of good people in Nigeria. And I think we'll be doing ourselves a disservice if we don't harness that. So for young people out there, this is your country and you have to play a part to make the country work.
Organizers revealed that there are plans to expand this initiative to other states across the country.
We are not only going to engage other states, that's our plan, but also to bring to the attention of the government what is simmering on the ground. And that it's important to pay attention, to the concerns, the genuine concerns of Nigerians.
The Kuka Center has indicated that the insights gained from the Lagos initiative will inform future interventions in other states across Nigeria. Okpayemi Owusheni, TV360 News, Lagos.
We'll go on a short break here, but still to come, Wando PLC completes the acquisition of any subsidiary for $783 million. Details of the story after this break.
Get ready for the 8th edition of the Voice of Women Conference and Awards, VAL 2024. Theme, Achieving Women's Inclusion for a Sustainable Nigeria. Mark your calendar for Thursday, 3rd of October 2024, 9 a.m. at the NAV Conference Center, Abuja, Nigeria. And be part of a national dialogue bringing together grassroots and urban women in the quest for inclusion and sustainability in Nigeria. VAL 2024 is more than just a conference, it's a powerful movement. VAL 2024, an initiative of Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation and Women Radio, is where diverse women groups converge to champion inclusive policies and drive national development.
Welcome back. Now here's a recap of our top stories. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Justice Kudirat Kekereekun as acting Chief Justice of Nigeria pending Senate confirmation. The swearing-in ceremony took place at the State House in Abuja following the retirement of Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, who stepped down at the age of 70. Justice Kekereekun, the second female to hold the position, was nominated by the National Judicial Council (NJC) on August 15. She will assume a role in an acting capacity until formally confirmed by the Senate. We also informed you that the Supreme Court has reaffirmed the election of Senator Dioyediri as governor of Bayelsa State, rejecting the appeal of APC candidate Timipre Silva, who has filed 2 separate notices of appeal. The court upheld the Court of Appeal's decision, citing the 1999 Constitution's provision for only 1 appeal. Additionally, the Supreme Court confirmed Usman Ododo of the APC as the winner of the Kogi State governorship election, dismissing the SDP's Murtala Ajaka's appeal, and upheld Senator Opuzodima of the APC as the winner of the Imo State governorship election. In case you missed any of our news bulletin or for more updates, you can catch us on Limes World TV and AVO TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store or our app gallery and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. Let's now join Okwayemi Owosheni in the world of business for the update. Over to you, Okwayemi.
Thank you, Tamilore. Welcome to Business News. Orlando PLC has completed the acquisition of any subsidiary Nigerian Ajib Oil Company for $783 million. The company announced this on Thursday in a statement by its Chief Compliance Officer and Company Secretary Ayotola Jagun. The deal sees Orlando, which is listed on the Nigerian Exchange Limited, and Johannesburg Stock Exchange take ownership of 100% of the shareholding interest in AOC from Italian energy company Eni. For Orlando, a leading energy solutions provider in Nigeria, the acquisition is a significant milestone in its long-term strategy to expand its upstream operations and strengthen its position in the Nigerian oil and gas sector. We'll take a short break now and be back with stock market reports. Welcome back. Nigerian equities market recorded its first win of the week on the last weekday of trading after 4 consecutive days of bearish trade. The market increased by 0.27% on Friday, with the market capitalization at 55.14 trillion naira. Now, Orlando sold the spotlight with a dazzling 10% surge in its share price, finishing at 47 naira 85 kobo per share. Well, not far behind, we see Mark Nichols also strutted his stuff with a stellar 10% jump to close at 0.99. Now, it's a party on the stock market, and these companies are definitely dancing to the top. Now, on the last trading day of the week at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, the market was abuzz with 327 million shares traded across 7,351 deals, adding up to a hefty 4.609 billion naira. It's the idea of high-flying traders and big numbers, making it a thrilling finish to the week. Now, despite the win, today's trading numbers took a breather compared to Thursday, August 22nd, as we saw a 17% drop in volume, a 21% slide in turnover, and an 11% dip in the deals. Now, turning our gaze to the global stage, it's a winning streak everywhere. After global stop all wrapped up in green, as you can see from the screen behind me. Now, switching gears to the foreign exchange market, the naira took a little dip against the US dollar, sliding to 1,615 naira on the black market. The British pound traded at 22,080 naira on the black market, and the euro settled at 1,770 naira as well on the black market. And that was upon business and stock market report. Over to you, Tamilore, for the rest of the news.
Thank you for that update. update, Okwayemi. Now on the global scene. In a disturbing turn of events in Liberia, members of the Women in Peace Building Network were tear-gassed by police while trying to mediate escalating tensions between law enforcement and supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change (CDC) at the party's headquarters. The arrest began with a controversial police raid purportedly searching for illegal drugs, which led to violent clashes with CDC supporters. Earlier on, I spoke with Jefferson Koje, Secretary General, Congress for Democratic Change (CDC) Liberia, to ask about the situation of things and his thought on the allegations against Bokai's led administration.
But relatively through the intervention of our political leader and former President Ambassador George Manawia, who called on his partisans to remain calm. As I speak to you any moment from now, we'll be having a National Executive Committee meeting along with stakeholders where decisions will be formulated and subsequently communicated to our people. So as we speak to you, after the Unity Party military junta style of governance, that waged an onslaught of chaos, on our people yesterday, our people are still trying to resuscitate on the scar and the carnage that was being waged on them yesterday. We are very as shocked as you are. If you can recall, we governed this country for the past 6 years and we maintained the peace. To the extent that, because the one who provides leadership for this party, he is a global icon of peace. He is a paragon of peace in our country and our continent at large. We lost election by a margin of error, if you want to call it, by the margin of error. But against that backdrop, because of his nature, his peaceful nature, he allowed us to let go these elections. So it tells you to the extent how peaceful we are. But unfortunately for us, very unfortunate for us, the Unity Party and Mr. Boaka have failed to govern and solve the real issue of the Liberian people, but instead to solve the real issue of the Liberian people. But instead, they are engaged into activities that threaten and undermine our peace.
And finally, on sport, the Nigerian government has announced an upward review of the winning bonuses for Nigeria's Paralympics athletes participating in the forthcoming 2024 Paralympics Games. According to reports, the Paris 2024 Paralympics Game is built for August 28 to September 8. This is contained in a statement issued by Kendi Ajayi, Director of Press in the Ministry of Sport Development in Abuja. According to him, the Sport Minister John Eno said that the renewed bonus template provides $15,000, $10,000 and $5,000 for gold, silver and bronze medal winners respectively. He explained that the gesture is part of the federal government's recognition and appreciation of the sacrifice, dedication and commitment of the athletes in striving to represent the country and make it proud in the Committee of Nations. And that wraps up our bulletin on News Now. Many thanks for watching. See you again next time.